Hey fam, welcome back. In today's video, I have a essentially May monthly collected haul for you. This is my what I picked and what I skipped series as part of my low buy for this year, but my low buy kind of went right out the window in March and April, sadly and embarrassingly. In May, I tried to keep a little bit better track. I didn't do as badly in May, but I didn't stick to my no buy. So if you can forgive me for messing up my low buy and you're interested in seeing what I purchased in May, go ahead and stay tuned. We're gonna get into it right now. And y'all, I know this look is leg wildin', but if you're curious as to the products that I used to create this look today, I will have a video clip at the end of this video talking about these products because they don't relate to this video, but if you're curious, let you know kind of what I did to create this look today, and like I said, that will be at the end of this video. Let's get into these products though. These aren't in any kind of order, just in the order that I'm going to go over them, but I picked up a bunch of little rhinestones. I figured with some lash glue, I could just kind of pop them on my eyes for like a fun look. These are all in black. They're all different sizes. This one is like little multicolored, almost like little rocks. So these might be better for nails than like the eye area. They come with these like little handy tweezers. I got all of these from Amazon. So you can just reach in and grab like one little gem and just doop. These are like really pointy, like very sharp. I got a clear set that's like the black set. This one, they're all like really pretty, like little iridescent gemstones. These are like little tear shapes. I got this little bag of like assorted iridescent pearls. And then we have these like kind of larger, multicolored, kind of more round shaped, and they're also pretty iridescent. And the last one are these kind of like single sort of primary colored gemstones. They're all pretty small, but they're all different colors. A whole tackle box full of gemstones. I just felt like blinging up my face. And they're pretty affordable. I think it'll be fun to play with them. The next thing I purchased was from L'Oreal. This is their Magic Perfecting Base. It gave me kind of like the Bobbi Brown face base vibes. It's got like a little like souffle type product in here. It's just supposed to be a primer, so I'm really interested to try this and see what it's like. Could be pretty cool. And I figured the Bobbi Brown one, I believe, is best for like normal to oily complexions anyway. So this one said it was supposed to be hydrating. So I'm excited to try it. I also picked up the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Y'all knew it was coming. I got mine in the shade medium. And this is like all my mermaid dreams come true. Well, not all of them, but some of them. It's like a gorgeous little seashell. I love it. And it's so big. So I think that'll be like a gorgeous bronzer shade for my skin. I'm excited that Charlotte Tilbury came up with this line, and I'm definitely excited to try this bronzer. Next from L'Oreal, I picked up the True Match Lumi Glotion Natural Glow Enhancer. This is in light glow. I heard that you can use this as a foundation if you just want it like a real light coverage kind of day. I do have the Milani version of this, and I wanted to see how it compared against the L'Oreal version, see if I liked one or the other better. Then I picked up two other foundations from L'Oreal. I picked up their Magic Skin Beautifier BB cream. I was like so curious. They had so many cool new products, and I also picked up their Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation with sunscreen. I also have the NYX that glow one. What's it called? I forget. Glow something. Give Me Glow. Not Give Me Glow. Born to Glow. NYX Born to Glow. I have not tried it yet.
Why?
And I also picked up the NYX Bear With Me. This is a tinted skin veil. So I have all kinds of new little foundations from the drugstore to try. And I even have some in my little stash I still need to, we all know this, that I still need to try. But yeah, you know me and foundation. Next from Pat McGrath, I picked up this little palette. This is the Mothership Sublime Golden Opulence palette. I was thinking about getting the Divine Rose too, but I think I could only justify it in the pink packaging. But this gave me some Divine Rose vibes because this palette does have a few rosy shimmers. So I thought I could kind of get a little bit of the spirit of the Divine Rose from this little guy. And it was actually on sale from $65. I definitely wanted to snag it on sale. It was like $39 or something around there. Then also from Charlotte Tilbury, I picked up the Hollywood Beauty Light Wand Easy Highlighter. I have heard so much about this product from so many people. I picked up the contour wand a while back, and I heard about this then, and I was like, I think I'm good on highlighter. But since then, I've seen so many people talk about this over and over and over, and how much they love it and how wonderful it is, that I was like, you know what? Let me just get it. Just get it. It's another one of their little like tubes with the little cotton top. This little guy, and you just unlock it and squeeze your product out, and then you can highlight. Another foundation, because who doesn't buy 6 foundations in a month? Like, what is wrong with me?
Just a deep and abiding
Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. I have heard a bajillion good things about this foundation, and I have been coveting it and thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. And so finally, I just went ahead and picked it up. It's a pretty frosted glass bottle. Hopefully I got the right shade. I think hopefully I did. Hopefully it's not too light. But if it's supposed to sync with my skin, then maybe it will. I think this was the right like undertone and stuff for me. 150 lace. Please work. Oh, we'll see. Also from Charlotte Tilbury, I picked up the Light Wonder foundation. And the reason I got this is because I was watching a Morgan Turner video and she talked about the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush foundation, which I have. I like that foundation and it's really pretty, but it can be a little bit like thick on me and crease in my forehead a bit. And she mentioned that this is a fantastic mixing foundation with that one for like a little bit lighter of coverage, which y'all know I like more of like a light to medium coverage. So I picked this one up too, to mix with my other Charlotte Tilbury foundation. So I'm hoping that between these two, I can get that foundation to be a little bit closer to the consistency that I appreciate and enjoy. And I have this little liquid lipstick from Ofra, and I actually got this one for free. They had a little deal going on their site. They had some stuff on sale, and I think if you spend it like $35, they threw in an extra lipstick. I've been loving their hand sanitizer. They've been getting me through this pandemic. Honestly, thank you, Ofra. Thank you, Ofra, because you have literally been my lifesaver. And we were running low on their disinfecting spray, so I picked up like 5 more. I used code Samantha for Samantha March. Even with all of that, I got, I think for like $40. I was trying to get to $40 for like free shipping. Between Samantha's code, I had to get like 5 disinfecting sprays. Plus I got this lipstick. It was just like crazy. It was such a good deal for $40. This one is in the shade Brickell. It's like a red liquid lipstick from Ofra. So I'm super excited to add that to my collection. I actually want to do an Ofra lip swatching video. I think that would be really fun for their liquid lipsticks. I now must have like 12 or 13 or 14 of them or something like that. So I feel like I have enough shades that doing a lip swatching video might actually be helpful. I'll have to add that to the queue. And also from Ofra, I got this Island Time face palette. My whole goal was to buy some hand sanitizers, not hand sanitizers, disinfecting sprays. But I was like, in order to get free shipping, let me just add on all this other stuff. But I'm excited. So it comes in this really pretty little box. It just slid right out of this little sleeve. And then inside you have your palette. So this is a blush palette. And I just thought these shades were so pretty. From this gorgeous little nude, which is like a peachy little beautifulness. We've got this like kind of brighter creamsicle shade. And then this really pretty like blush, like a peachy blush. You've got a little pop of pink here in case you want to feel frisky.
What's got into that cat? Frisky!
And then you've got this beautiful highlighter in the center, and the highlighter is Bali. So we've got Mai Tai, Punch, Cosmo, Bellini, and Bali. I was really excited. I thought this was such a pretty little blush palette, and I'm so excited to have gotten it on sale. I was like, oh, girl. Okay, we're getting near the end, finally. And if you can imagine how I could not do this in March or April, I was such a disaster. I was depressed and upset and stressed and coping through shopping like I'm known to do and my old bad habits. And I was so humiliated. I was humiliated at the amount of stuff I brought into my collection. And this is much better than those months, if you can believe that. I got the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue Foundation. This I bought because Mel Thompson said this was an exact dupe for the brand new Tom Ford foundation, which I never would have bought in a million years. I think it's like over $100 for a daggone bottle of foundation, which I'm not about that life. And she said this was an exact dupe. I think it's like $40. I don't know what is with me and these little tubey lightweight foundations. Like I must have 15 of them now, but I just keep getting more. It sounded like such a beautiful, beautiful foundation. And then my last 3 products, I totally was inspired. Well, I shouldn't say inspired. I was super tempted watching Samantha March's bullet lipstick declutter, and she was talking about how much she loves Huda's lipstick formula, and I was like, alright girl. So, you know me, I had to be on Sephora, like, alright, let me see. So I picked up 3 shades. Alright, so we have Staycation. I even love like the shape of the tube. It's like all geometric looking and cool. This is like a beautiful nude. So we've got another really pretty nude shade because I just couldn't not, I could not pick up Joyride. I was like, come on, it's got my name in it. Just call him a name, literally. And this one's like a little bit more browny red. I think it's really pretty. And then last but not least, I picked up Board Meeting. Sometimes you feel like feeling like a boss, you know what I mean? And this is another pretty nude. So this is like a little bit more chocolatey, a little warmer. So I am so thrilled with these purchases this month. To be honest with you, I'm over the moon. because I feel like I hand-picked stuff a lot more and I wasn't just like, let me buy everything. I also ordered some indie singles. I'm waiting on so many indie singles, it's not even funny. They're just coming from like all across the earth. And then I also did a boxy pop-up. I got mostly skincare, but I did pick up a couple makeup products. So that happened, but I haven't gotten my order yet. So if I do get it before I edit this video, I'll try to insert them. Hey fam. So my boxy pop-up order came in. I'm gonna go over the makeup products that I received for our May haul. So first I got the Sassy Siennas palette from Dose of Colors. It's a really pretty palette. And it's got really pretty tones. I also got the Blushing Berries palette. I also picked up a palette from Viseart. This is like an eye and brow palette. This is actually the very first product I've ever gotten from Viseart. There are some waxes on this side and then the rest are powders, and you can apparently use them for your eyes or your brows. I also picked up the Violet Voss Best Life palette. Oh. So it's a very pretty palette, and there are some glitters as well. Next, I also got some products from Kaja Beauty. I picked up this under eye corrector. And I also got my very first little bento box. This is the Poppy Champagne number 6. So we have this shade, this shade, and this shade. And then last I got some like lip products. I got this one from Kapari. This is the Lip Glossy, and this says it is called Birthday Suit. So we have like this little lip gloss situation. It's a really pretty shade. Then we have the Glam Glow Pout Mud Wet Lip Balm Treatment. Anything that will help me moisturize my lips, I am game for. It's really cute. It's like a little silver ball. And there's your product. So that's me and my ridiculous shopping. I hope you enjoyed it. And try not to judge me too much, please. I'm a work in progress. I hope you guys enjoyed this little haul, and I love you all so much. Until the next video, bye. Okay, y'all, so I just have to say this might be hands down the best makeup I've ever done, or my favorite makeup I've ever done. I'm really just like kind of confused at the fact that I actually did this. So if I can, you can. And I just want to go over some of the products that I used today. Starting off with skincare, I went in with the Sunday Riley Tidal Brightening Enzyme Water Cream and the Skin & Co. Truffle Therapy Eye Cream. My primer was this one from First Aid Beauty. It's the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. This is a foundation that I have not talked about on my channel yet. I recently used it and I'm freaking in love with it. This is the Lancome Skin Feels Good. It's got sunscreen, SPF 23. This is fabulous. It's really beautiful, really comfortable for summer. It doesn't feel like you have anything on. It is like so hydrating and fabulous. I love it so much. Something I did differently today, I did my eyebrows first, and then I cut out my eyebrows with like a concealer. Then I primed my eyes and did my eye makeup. I also did my under eyes before I had any face makeup on. So when I did my concealer, I just went right up against my eyeshadow. And because the eyeshadow is where I always get a bunch of creasing, I think this might be like my new favorite method. So if you have issues with under eye creasing, try doing your under eyeshadow first and then just conceal up to your eyeshadow. So like all those little crepey parts under my eyes are not going to crease. I'm so excited. But speaking of concealer, I went in with the Revlon Candid Concealer. This is a fantastic little drugstore concealer. It's so comfortable. Looks pretty good, I think. For my setting powder, I used the Revlon Candid Setting Powder. This is another fantastic setting powder from the drugstore. And I just powdered under my eyes, around my nose, a little bit in the middle of my forehead and my chin. And then whatever was left on the brush, I just very lightly dusted around the rest of my face. For bronzer, I went in with my Ofra x Samantha March River Bronzer, which I absolutely love. I think it's so pretty on the skin. And for my blush, I did a really fun combination. I have this little NYX Sweet Cheek yellow blush right up here at my temple. I just like really wanted like a tropical kind of gradient feel, and I am like obsessed. And I just like focus that like right here. But my other blush, the more kind of terracotta color, comes from this Glowing in Grease palette, which is absolutely one of my favorite face palettes in my collection. I took my little blush brush, which I had used with the yellow blush, you can see on that side. I just took the other side of it and I went tap, tap, tap between these three. So a little bit of the highlighter on there as well, and you can see there's a little bit of glow on my cheek when I turn certain directions. I didn't put any highlighter on because I just wanted to let this blush kind of do its own little thing. For my lipstick, I went in with this ABH lipstick in Staunch, and I topped it with a Marc Jacobs gloss. This is Enamored, I think. It's got like a gold with like a pink shift. You can see it's really beautiful. And I just topped that over this lipstick. For my brows, you can see they're pretty dramatic and blocky today because I felt like just being extra, if I'm honest. I went in with my KVD Vegan Beauty Super Brow in dark brown. This is a brow pomade, and I just kind of carved out my brows with this. I started using the cap and just kind of like, I'll tap it in and then tap it in the cap so I don't get too much on my brow. And then just went in with an angled brush. And then I pretty much cleaned up the shape and set the pomade with this other little fabulous product from KVD Vegan Beauty. This is the Brow Struck in dark brown. And it's basically a little shimmery brow powder. And the shimmer is supposed to help you kind of individually highlight different little hair strands just to add a little bit more of a natural look to your brow. I mean, my brows are not natural today, but I set my pomade with this and I really, really like it. It's just fun to sometimes be a little extra with brows, I think. And then for my eyes, you are gonna be like, girl. My lashes are from Kiss. They're the Opulence style. And for my eyes, I reached into 4 different Juvia's Place palettes. Yeah, this was not all in one palette, unfortunately. But thankfully, Juvia's Place has sales often. Their palettes are really affordable and they're beautiful. I first started with the Zulu palette, and I started in my inner corner with this yellow shade. You can see it a little bit here. Then I went right next to the yellow, which ended like right around here, with the orange, and I just took that to like the midpoint of my eye. For my outer corner, I used this dark teal and buffed that in, and then I kind of went back very carefully between the orange and the teal mattes so that they would kind of align and kind of blend a little bit. You don't want to blend orange and blue together too much because they're complementary colors, I think it's called. They'll actually turn to brown if you mix the two of them together. So you end up with like a brown line instead of like a gradient. So I was really careful. Don't try to like tap back over with orange and tap back over with blue and just work back and forth. Then for my first part of my eye, you see the green, I used this shimmery, oh, first of all, y'all, I cut my crease. I cut my whole crease today. I never cut my crease. So over top of my primer, which was this little guy, Priming is Everything from the Balm. I actually just hit pan today in this product. Look at my little pan. You see him in there? I used this to cut my crease, and I also used it to set my base to begin with. Oh, and the other thing I did differently today that I don't normally do is carve out my brows with concealer, and I used this little double-ended brow pen from Billion Dollar Brow. We got this in a Boxy Charm or Boxy Luxe or Boxy Premium, but it's like a double-ended concealer and highlighter pen. And I just used the concealer side to cut out my brows, which was really handy. So I used those guys. I started out with the green shade, and then I moved into the blue shade. So that's the top of my eye almost, except for the brow highlight, which you kind of can see there. Second palette was the Warrior 2. And there's this really pretty bold pink in here. And I started that kind of like right here in the lower lash line and just like start it with pink. Then I tapped into the Douce palette, I'm not sure. And I grabbed this middle shade, this like pretty purpley pink, and tapped that right next to it. Boop, boop. And then I tapped back into the Warrior 2 palette for that purple in the center, and I took that to the end of my lower lash line. My brow highlight is actually from the Douce palette, this light pink here. I just use that right under my brow. And then for my inner corner, I tapped into the Warrior 1 palette. I grabbed this middle shade and I just kind of like worked that in the inner corner. Then you might notice this like kind of like sparkly pink coral kind of color right here in the beginning, like right next to the gold. Believe it or not, I grabbed to my blush palette from Juvia's Place. This is the Saharan Blush Volume 2. And there is this beautiful blush. And this is the shade that I used right there. For my wing, I just used my Benefit Roller Lash and did the very best I could. I'm not great at wings. And then I just popped on my lashes. And my lash glue is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. So I am super thrilled with this look. I wanted to make sure I recorded this because in case any of you guys asked, I didn't want to forget what I did. And so that I know what I did, because girl, I don't usually look like this. This is like wild. But it was so much fun to play with these pigments and I really, really enjoyed them. And I thought you guys might be interested to find out what I used for this look today. So I wanted to make sure I recorded it for you. Anyway, I love you guys and thanks for watching.